What's good, guys? This is Juice at thclabs.net. Hope you guys are having a badass day. I want to take some time to talk to you about maintaining your vibration, maintaining that focus. This is a true story. Back when I was first getting started into all this, when it would come about, when people would see what I was doing on my computer screen, they'll say, "Oh, you're trying to get into this music thing, huh?" Um, and they would look at it as some kind of like far-fetched deal, some dream, as some vision like I'll never acquire or something, as some like you know what I mean, when you aspire to be something and then someone next to you says, "Come on, man, get a grip," just that kind of gestures. um yeah, those gestures never really, you know never impacted me at all. I just let them in one ear and out the other, and that's a good skill to have, to be able to take from that negative feedback something that might benefit you, yet at the same time bounce it back. Not take it personally and not take it degrading in any way. um, because I've noticed that negative feedback sometimes is not someone hating. It's just something that you need to work on, or something that calls attention to someone that's in a better position than you are. And they give you advice. Don't take it as, oh man, this guy's dissing me. Just think of it as constructive criticism. Someone that's in a better position than you are is giving you advice on how to get there, and then you want to take notes on that. You want to take that home. And it's the same thing everywhere. When people around you are being negative and say you're being too wishful, you're being too out there, you're being crazy or whatever, don't just bounce that away. Bounce that back. Don't let that go inside. Don't let that get in your head or nothing like that, because it's just gonna set you back. Be grateful that you have visions for yourself, because majority of the world out there don't know where they're going. Don't even know why they get up in the morning to go to work. It's sad but true. But be grateful that you're one of those that are into bettering themselves and into developing a better person that they can become. And so back to the story. They would tell me, yeah, that's a far-fetched idea, that's kind of out there and all that. You're never gonna have your music studio with all those guitars on the wall. Come on, that's never gonna happen. Well, as I started getting all this equipment and this all started coming together, that mind frame just instantly changed from everyone around me, everyone I got into contact with. Instead of them going into, "Oh, come on, man, you're never gonna do that," they actually talk about it as if it already happened. And that's a trip for me. For example, we were in here with a group of friends or something. We were talking about something that's coming up next year, and we're all discussing if we can make this particular event. And uh, the majority of the people here they were saying gestures somewhat in the lines of, "Yeah, well, we'll see if Juice can go. If he can come back from whatever island he's living on from then. And that goes again into positive feedback. Positive feedback is something that you want to let it in and emotionally psych you. But again, don't don't you know don't be like, "Oh, I'm gonna be living on an island now because this guy said so." It's good to have that motivation, though, but don't take it the wrong way. Don't follow someone else's advice like the Bible, because you create your own destiny. Ultimately, it's not what someone else says or what someone else thinks. Yeah, I have, people all around me are thinking I'm gonna make it, or I've made it or whatever, but really, for me, making it is a completely different field of view than theirs. It's just the same thing as if you were to give millionaires, uh, the wages that an ordinary person gets in America. They'll go crazy. That's the same thing if you were to give the billionaires, excuse me, a millionaire's wage, and they'll go crazy. It's just that perception that we have of ourselves. So if you give yourself a big perception from day one, if you make yourself that big person, make yourself, stretch to reach those goals, even if you fall short from reaching those goals, look where you're gonna land. You're gonna land where no one else has been, because you aim to be where no one else has even thought of going. You understand what I mean? You really understand what I mean by that? So in other words, because you aim so high and because your goals were set so far up, even if you don't achieve them, you're still gonna get somewhere great. If you want to become the world's first trillionaire, for example, and that's your goal, and you live every day and breathe and die by your goal, well, at the end of your life, you may or may not be a trillionaire, but where do you think you're gonna be? You're gonna be at least halfway there, at least a quarter of the way there, and that's way more than anyone else has, even thought of going. So just set big dreams, but don't take big actions at the same time. You have to take it step by step. You don't want, if you're overweight, tomorrow you don't want to go climb Mount Everest. You first want to start walking around the block. When you're comfortable and you can do that, you start jogging. When you're comfortable, you can do that, you start running. Then you get fit. Then you condition yourself, and then that's when you can tackle Mount Everest. That's the same thing that applies with every single thing you do. Don't set yourself a big huge goal, but don't try and do it right on the spot. Because it takes time to get to that goal. And when you break it down like that, you take little steps every day. But at the end of the month, you've lost 30 pounds, or you've made $30,000, or whatever your goal is, you've accomplished it because you took these little tiny steps every day to get you there. So that's my opinion on how to overcome negativity from others, and how to really take negative energy and feed it towards your goals. Give it to you energy. I guess you can say. You can really use negative energy to your advantage if you know how to use it. But don't let it get to your head. Okay, don't let it get to your head. So that's it for now. This is Juice at THCLabs.net. Hope you guys liked the video. If you got something from it, like it. Subscribe, comment, whatever. I'll be watching. I'm listening. So if you guys had any questions, just let me know. Anything I can do for you, get at me. I'm all about artist development, so I'm here to make you guys better at what you do. So if you need anything, just get a hold of me. Don't hesitate. Alright? That's it. Peace.